MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today, it's the home opener for this new season between the Detroit Tigers and Chicago White Sox. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci. Coming to the plate now, Thomas Gray, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Here's the first pitch to him. Left side, but well foul. Fellas, these White Sox, as they enter play today, they come off another loss last time out, and in fact, they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty, to expect to go through the course of a long season and just dominate every game, every team, is just a foolish thought process. You're going to have these little hiccups throughout the course of the season. I think they keep you honest and keep you real and keep you on the attack. Let's see if they fight today.
And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield. And now the runner will score from third on the errant throw.
Boy, this one looked like it was headed.
So striding forward now, Thomas Gray. First pitch coming, here it is. This is hit the other way out toward left field. After it is Delmonico. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that. At the plate, Thomas Gray. He hit a sac fly earlier. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he fouls this one off. Altuve at second. Cabrera at first with no outs. Hard liner to center field. May is right there, 1 down. And he'll indeed move up 90 feet, putting runners at the corners now with 1 away. Striding in once again, Thomas Gray. 4th trip to the plate for him, and he's at risk of ending that nice hitting streak that he's put together.
Yeah, chances are it's on his mind, Matt, but you just have to let that get out of the way as best you can. You have to approach this at bat just like any other. Otherwise, you're just getting in your own way.
The relay, but he'll be in there with a double. Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he didn't come out of what he was trying to do all day, Dan. Kept the front shoulder tucked, kept the ice water in his veins, and didn't try and get too big. Extends the hitting streak. Nice job.
You know, D-Row, I talked to him before the game about the streak, and he said the toughest part is he hopes to get hits early in the game to take the pressure off. He had to wait to the 7th inning in this one to come through.
And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
The catcher, number 55.
Now in the box, John Hicks, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And this is swung on and missed. A huge out there as the bases will stay loaded with 2 away now. Here's Leonis Martin. And Dan, this could be a real make or break situation at this point in the game.
Yeah, Matt, at least scoring 1 run in this inning is so important for them to possibly get back in.
Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. 1 run is scored. And the tying run comes around to score from second. It's a 6-6 ball game. Next will be the designated hitter, Thomas Gray. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Ground ball right side. He lays out, but he can't make the play, and it's through into right. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, that's one of the, I guess, the advantages of hitting with that hole between first and second base, D-Row. First baseman has to hold that runner on. That leaves that right side wide open.
Yeah, and credit the batter right there. Nice piece of hitting right there. Not trying to do too much. He took a look at the defense and said.
And now this is bobbled in left. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate. And no chance there. He'll make it to third safely.
Man, you can't continue to make mistakes like this and expect to win. That's 3 errors so far in this one, and they keep putting themselves in bad situations.
Digging into the batter's box next is John Hicks. And they're runners at the corners now. Soft liner towards first. The tag will get him coming back to first. It's a double play, and the inning is over. This one comes to a close today at an 8-6 final. The Tigers came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Ronaldo Ordonez claims the win out of the pen, his first. We've got baseball. Now to the plate, Thomas Gray, and the Tigers trying to make this first inning even bigger here. First delivery to him on the way. Grounded up the first baseline. Taken in by Abreu, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning. So digging in now, Thomas Gray. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch coming. Here it is. 0-1 the count.
This is a tough guy right here to hit into a double play. He's fast and he swings from the left side, so out of the box he's going to get a good break. You might have to try to get the strikeout right here, because very rarely are you going to get this guy to ground into a double play.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Jankowski is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. So coming to the plate, Thomas Gray, 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
Thomas Gray.
First offering on its way. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Jankowski will get there, and he puts it away. Stepping in, Thomas Gray. He's hitless coming into this at-bat, so the hit streak he's been riding is on the line here.
Yeah, he's up in the double digits with it. You know, he wants to keep it going as long as possible, but this very well could be the last chance to do that.
On to first, a double play. 5-3, the final score in this afternoon's game. Detroit jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked. Afternoon set. In now, Thomas Gray, hitless in 4 tries in the ball game yesterday. First delivery to him on the way. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Fellas, these White Sox, as they enter play today, they come into this one in need of some kind of spark to turn them around as they find themselves in the midst of a 5-game slide. Oh, and 2, here it comes. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Okay, guys, here's how the Southsiders are lining up on Dita.
Standing in, Thomas Gray comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Jankowski's there for it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Ready now, Thomas Gray. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Here's a weakly hit fly ball off to the left side, and that'll get down for a base hit. And that'll bring in the San Diego product, Bradley Zimmer. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Slider whiffed on for strike 3. 3-1 the final score this afternoon. Chicago jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the...
A coach presses a player to keep raising the bar.
Live in. Digging in, Thomas Gray. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Gray.
Lined into right, a base hit.
Hey, this game's starting off exactly the way they want it to. Lead-off single in the bottom of the first. After their pitcher went out there and threw a donut on the board, boys are flying around.
At the plate, Adeiny Echeverria. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Adeiny Echeverria.
And here's the 3-2 from him. And he won't have to contend with a throw as that misses for ball 4. First and second now to start the inning.
Batting third.
Into the box, Jose Altuve. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Runners on his way to third. Pitch strike 3 called. The throw is not close as he's in there with a stolen base. First baseman Miguel Cabrera stands in. Day off for him yesterday, but back out there for this one. Hit hard back up the middle. Taken in by Simeon. Step on the bag for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Digging in, Thomas Gray. 2s all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course, here in inning number 2. Here's the first pitch to him. Oh, missed that one by a mile. It's 0-1. And Dan Dero, this Oakland ball club entering play here tonight. They come in on the heels of a victory last time out, but they've been in a bad stretch recently, losing 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, we had a saying in Texas, hit or get left behind. And that's exactly what this team did in their last game. Scored a bunch of runs, but good approach at the plate, working the ball to all gaps. Line to line, this team swung the bats well. I'm going to be looking for that again in this one.
Howell's under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So back to the top of the Detroit lineup, digging in, Thomas Gray. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. Here's the first pitch to him. A swing and a miss. He's behind the big curveball. Line drive to center field. That's in there. Base hit. Martin is on his way home. And he's safe at the plate as it's now a 3-0 ball game.
Even though that pitcher was able to execute in off the plate, batter was able to keep his hands inside that baseball and drive it up the middle.
Here's Echeverria now, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Hit to first. Scooped up, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Settling in now, Thomas Gray. He singled his last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Hit in the air to center field. Howell's under it. 1 away. So the batting order turns over now, and set to go Thomas Gray. He flew out in his last at-bat. Loud contact there, but it's well foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Another one sent foul.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
Howell's on his horse. He makes the catch, and we are headed to extra. And tonight's comes to an end. 6-3 the final. Emilio Pagan claims the win out of the pen. Tuesday. Stepping in, Thomas Gray, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First delivery to him on the way. He pulls this one into right. but this will not get out there deep enough as it's run down by the right fielder in the alley. Digging in for his second at-bat, Thomas Gray.
Thomas Gray.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Fastball swung on and grounded out towards second. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Digging in to try it again, Thomas Gray. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch of the at-bat. On the ground to the right side. Oh, what a stop on the slide. To second for one. And that'll bring in the San Diego product, Bradley Zimmer. And their runners at the corners now. Before the 0-2, a look to first. And he'll get back in safely. Fifth inning of play here in a 3-2 ball game. Runners off for second. Sharp ground ball to third. And that's through for a hit. In to score is the runner from third. It's 4-2. And he is in there.
Boy, that's a pretty good pitch. You see this changeup down in the zone, almost ankle high with 2 strikes. A pretty good pitch, but the result isn't very good.
Yeah, the result, Dan's a ground ball with eyes through the middle of the field. And you know what it looks like in tomorrow's box score? A bullet line drive.
Olsen takes charge, and he's got it. 2 down. And they'll put the tag on him between third and home, and I don't know what he's thinking, but it's a double. Leading off the inning, Thomas Gray, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
Scooped up on the backhand. Throw not in time as he's able to leg it out.
I know it wasn't pretty right there, Dan, but that has to frustrate the pitcher. Leadoff guy, anytime he gets on, usually creates a problem.
And you know what, Dero, it's especially tough when you get as late in the game as we are right now. Anytime you get that leadoff guy on and have that pitcher start pitching out the stretch.
Throw won't get him. Digging into the batter's box next is John Hicks. He represents the potential tying run if he can launch one or find a way around the bases.
Yeah, Matt, I kind of doubt he's thinking about going yard, even though that would be the best result they could hope for. He's not a...
On to first, and they get the double play. So no... A fitting shot there. A 6-4 finish in tonight's affair. The A's jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. J.J. Tierney claims the win out of the pen, his first. Norman Reardon wraps it up for the... From the home of the... Stepping up to the plate, Thomas Gray, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second. Swinging a hard hit ball down the line in right. And that gets down and ought to be good for extra bases. And the throw in gets away from him. And they've got the runner trapped in a hot box between second and third now. And they'll just tag him here for the out. Into the box now, Thomas Gray. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But a foul ball here, 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Into right field, that's a base hit.
Hey, guys, he was obviously trying to bury that slider down and in. Nice execution by the batter right there. keeping his hands inside, fighting.
Ready once again, Thomas Gray, and we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. Left side. The throw from his knees, and the 2-out threat will not come. Striding into the box, Thomas Gray. First pitch on its way. Swing hard liner to left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Yeah, that hard hit single right there. That's clean. 3 for 4. He's looking locked in.
A 1-run game, 6-5 the final today. Detroit used a 3-run.
A very speedy player is encouraged to refine his base running skills.
Detroit Rock. So stepping in, Thomas Gray. He was one of the stars from yesterday's game as he had 3 hits in the victory. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1. And fellows, these Astros entering play here tonight. They've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, a lot of things trending in the right direction for this team. They won their last game. They scored a bunch of runs, and let's see if they continue that.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Thomas Gray. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Ground ball left side. And that's through into left, a base hit. Throw comes in quickly here, and that'll prevent the runner at third from testing things here. Standing in, Thomas Gray, runner in scoring position with 2 gone.
Thomas Gray.
Here's the first pitch to him. Line drive to center field. Oh, and this kicks right off of him. Lays himself out and makes a spectacular catch. Actually, they're saying he trapped it, and he will come all the way around to score. Unbelievable.
Boy, the home fans are loving that inside the Parker. Looked like he was carrying a piano around his back when he rounded third, but he made it.
The designated hitter, Thomas Gray.
Here's the first pitch. Now here's a line drive. That gets down. It could be extra bases. Cabrera is digging for home. And the winning run will score as they walk off with a 3-2 victory.
Endings just don't get much better than this. Great job at the plate putting the ball in play, and then the runner at first does the rest. Stop at third? No way. Rounded third, flew home, and scored the game winner. My heart is still in my throat.
Well, everyone was treated to a really well-played ball game in this one, and the guy you see there turned in a particularly notable performance, so he's our top player of the game in this one.
Yeah, no question, he was a tough out up there. Ended up collecting 3 knocks, including a home run, so without him in the lineup, I think this might have been a different story.
Here now is our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Tigers. 3 runs on 7 hits. No errors. They left 7 men on base.
Friday night. Stepping up to the plate, Thomas Gray. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Designated hitter, Thomas Gray.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Turned on down the line. But this is foul for the first strike. And, fellas, these Astros entering play here tonight. They come in scuffling a bit of late, just 2-4 over their last 6 games. Drilled on the ground to short. To his right, Correa. Throw to first is in time for the first out. Now batting, Thomas Gray. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Here's the first pitch to him. Line drive to left. That's a hit, the first of the game for the Tigers.
Boy, there's another opposite base hit right there, Dero. He's turning up.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Thomas Gray. He singled his last time up. Line towards center field. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. So a ringing single here to center field makes it. Digging in once again, Thomas Gray. He represents the potential tying run if he can launch one or find a way around the bases.
Yeah, Matt, I kind of doubt he's thinking about going yard, even though that would be the best result they could hope for. He's not a long ball threat, and he knows it. So he could just be looking for some way to keep that line moving.
Here comes the 0-1. Back up the middle and in for a base hit.
Wow, talk about having a pretty special game.
So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Thomas Gray. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only 1. Here's the first pitch to him. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And he'll put this one away for the final out. And the Astros have come back to even up this series at a game apiece as this ball game is over. MLB This is line to left. In there, a base hit. And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting. Stepping into the box, Thomas Gray. He singled his last time up.
Thomas Gray.
First pitch of the at-bat. Just a tick behind for a strike.
Sure took a healthy hack that time.
Yeah, and I don't understand that approach at all, Matty. He's not really known for having a whole lot of pop in his bat, but he is known for having really good speed. So, personally, I'd much rather see him.
Meanwhile, now this ball's trouble as it looks like it'll be good for extra bases. Now both runners are across. Gray takes the turn at third. He wants it all. Safe at the plate. And the lead is now 7-2.
Boy, the home fans are loving that inside to Parker. Looked like he was carrying a piano around his back when he rounded third, but he made it.
Coming to the plate now, Thomas Gray. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
Yeah, Matty, he's very late on that first pitch. I got to think he was guessing off speed.
In the air out to straightaway left. Parker will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends. And this one concludes at a 10-7 score. Houston rode an important 6th inning to victory. Afternoon base. Next up for Detroit. Thomas Gray. It was a 2-hit effort for him, including a home run in last night's game. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Boy, there's another opposite base hit right there, Dero. He's turning up.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Thomas Gray leads off in the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
Lined hard toward right center. That's in another base hit. He's 2 for 2. So a line drive single to center makes it 2 hits. Ready for another chance. Thomas Gray as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. Altuve over at second. Cuthbert at first. 1 gone. Line drive to left. But pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out. Now at the plate, Thomas Gray.
Now batting. Designated hitter, Thomas Gray.
Here's the first pitch to him. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. There is Escobar. They'll whip this one to first in time. And 6-3 the final score today. Houston took the lead in the 4th. MLB digging in now. Thomas Gray. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Gray.
Line toward the gap in left center. That gets down and he's got himself a base hit.
Man, this guy's real.
Now at the plate, Thomas Gray. He reached on a single in his first try. He's ready. Here's the first offering. That's lifted the other way out to left.
Waiting on it is Smith.
One down. Stepping up now, Thomas Gray. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. This is pulled into right. And that is in there for a 2-out base knock. The relay. Poor base running there. Got him caught in a hot box between first and second. Into the box now, Thomas Gray. He's 2 for 3 thus far.
Gray.
First pitch on its way. This is hit high in the air out toward left center.
Smith's on the move.
And he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out.
Hey, a great win for these guys as they wrap up another one. But a little bit of a sour note, though. Everyone.
Baseball. Stepping into the box, Thomas Gray. And we are set for baseball here this evening. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit hard on the ground to short. And a good throw gets him one gone. Next for the Tigers, Thomas Gray. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Thomas Gray.
Decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. Hit hard down the right field line. But a foul ball. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. And the runner from second is in to score. The relay throw. And he is in there with an RBI triple. That triple just seemed. So the lineup flips over and digging in, Thomas Gray. From the stretch, here's the pitch. No balls and 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch. Tries to dump this one out to left. And that's in there. Base hit.
Dan, as a former pitcher, are you privy to this guy? I mean, he's been swinging the bat well. I know it's only April.
At the plate, Thomas Gray. He'll lead it off here as we begin inning number 7.
Thomas Gray.
First delivery to him on the way. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And that's going to be a base hit. So there's the possible go-ahead run aboard to kick off the 7th. Thought about going for second, but instead now they've got him in a pickle. And he is safe at second base as he legs out a double.
Yeah, and the go-ahead run stands at second base here to start there.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Thomas Gray. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Into the gap in left center. This is down, and it'll head for the wall. 1 run scores. 2 runs have scored. The relay. Tried to make it home when he shouldn't have, and now they've got him hung up. And he'll be tagged out heading toward the plate, and with that, the end. A 9-2 finish at the end of this contest. Detroit jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Now from the home of the Rays, Tropicana Field in. Digging in, Thomas Gray, and he's one of the more dangerous hitters in baseball right now, carrying a 10-game hitting streak into this one. Line drive to center field, but sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away. Now at the plate, Thomas Gray, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First offering on its way. Hit sharply on the ground. Schimpf picks it up. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Striding forward now is the DH, Thomas Gray. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Here comes the first pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Gonzalez is there. 2 down. Thomas Gray. He's hitless coming into this at bat, so the hit streak he's been riding is
with it. You know, he wants to keep it going as long as possible, but this very well could be the last chance to do that.
I know he's well aware of the fact he can't tie this with one swing of the bat, but maybe he's trying to ignite the boys by driving something out of the ballpark.
Behind 0-2 now. Here's the 0-2.
Now a line drive to left center field, and it's going to get down for a base hit.
Throwing to second. And they've got the runner hung up between first and second. And they will tag him out between first and second. Ready for another shot now. Thomas Gray. He's got an opportunity here in a bases loaded situation. It seems like the right man for the job.
I'd say so. He's the team leader in RBIs. Time for the right man in the right spot.
Catch is made. Runner tagging from third. And the runner from third crosses the plate.
Well, just an excellent job right here closing this one out. He just collected the first save of his career.
The weekend has arrived. Coming to the plate now, Thomas Gray, and he's been one of the league's big stories in April, having come out of the gates extremely hot at the plate. Down the first baseline. Fellas, we check out the Tribe as they begin here tonight. They come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, what I need to see out of this offense today is some early production. Somebody's got to get on base and put the defense on their heels. They've been struggling recently. They're not swinging the bats well. They got.
Meanwhile now, this is a drive out to straightaway right field, and it's going to get out of here. A home run. So striding forward now, Thomas Gray. He went deep in his first at bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. On the line, that's a base hit. So he'll hold on at first following the single to right. At the plate, Thomas Gray. He's Singled his last time up.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Throw to first. Yes. So striding in, Thomas Gray. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. That's lifted the other way out to left. Gardner is there. 1 away. 13-3 the final score. Cleveland scored a lucky 13. We've got baseball. Next will be the designated hitter, Thomas Gray. It was a 2-hit effort for him, including a home run in last night's game. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. DeShields is there, and he makes the catch for the second out. Now in the box, Thomas Gray. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Ground ball sent back up the middle. To his left, Lindor. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error. Now to the plate, Thomas Gray. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A bouncer to the left side, and that's through. A base hit. Poor base running there. Got him caught in a hot box between first and second. And he's able to get back in there at first safely. The tag, and he is out. Striding in once again.
Now batting, designated hitter, Thomas Gray.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Grounded up the first baseline. To second for one. On to first as they get the double play. Pitching and defense game 2-1 the final score this afternoon. Detroit jumped ahead in this. We're set for Sunday. So digging in now. Thomas Gray. He drove in the other of the 2 runs in that game yesterday. First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in control.
He's not really known for having a whole lot of pop in his bat, but he is known for having.
And the shortstop is under it to make the.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Thomas Gray.
First pitch on its way. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it. In now, Thomas Gray.
Thomas Gray.
On its way is pitch number 75. And a good first pitch as he gets him to bounce one on the ground out towards second. On to first, and it's a quick start. Stepping in, Thomas Gray. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch coming. Here it is. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves it. The offensive hero this afternoon for the Tigers was this man right here, Miguel Cabrera.
This manager appeals to his hitters to be more discerning at the plate.
Ready now, Thomas Gray, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Line towards center field. Hamilton is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. And now this is thrown wide. Standing in, Thomas Gray.
Designated hitter, Thomas Gray.
First pitch of the at-bat. Line to the right side. That's his first base hit, make him 1 for 2 now. Digging in, Thomas Gray, and we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch, and he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. Gone! At the plate, Thomas Gray.
And hey, it was a breaking ball to boot. This guy's a pretty good off-speed hitter. You could tell by that last at-bat he wasn't fooled at all. He sat back, waited, got the breaking ball, and didn't miss it.
Duvall has a beat on it, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out. Well, the lineup was clicking for him in this contest, and the man you see there was a major contributor. For that, he's the top player of the game. Coming to the plate now, Thomas Gray, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. He's set, and the pitch. Lifted the other way out to left center. Gomez on the run. He makes the play. Runner tags and heads for 3rd. And the throw from Gomez will not be. Into the box, Thomas Gray. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest. First pitch on its way. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. To first. Taken in by Votto. And he'll step on first himself for the out. Settling in now, Thomas Gray. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. From the belt, the pitch. Right side, but it's well fouled. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. This is skied into short left center. Duvall moving to his left, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Digging in, Thomas Gray. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. He turns on it and sends it deep down the line in right. Hamilton is after it. On the warning track, he makes the. Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance.